Intermission. Your name is thec. You're here to heck up some green guys. You say heck and not yuck because you're a badass. Do something? Stab knife with other kniff. Take that, you heckin' kniff. Thec. Right on Horns' hitcher cane. This is the funnest thing you done in your entire life. Look what Tamai is. You don't know how to read circle cloncks, but it probably just has a dumb time anyways. Thec. Kill clock. Clonk text 1 out of 1,000. Thec. Check items. Some stuff. Remember what green people you have to kill. You don't know you're just gonna to kill everything green, but you think there's a list inside your chest of continents? Nothing important. Thec. Examine grudge itinerary. Bitchy 1, dose 2, trains 3, act. You'll bike them all. You don't look at the 8 cause she is dumb and ugly. Spades is the ugly lady, your dada/mommy. Shut up, you're too cool for daddies, even hate daddies, so shut up! Iridum, struggle fruitlessly to escape handcuffs. Your deck of cards will not open again until punishment time is over. Thec. Destroy clocks. Clonks yucky. 2 out of 10. 0. Thec. Look at your bracelet with the diamond shapes. This is your friendship bracelet. Your best friendo given it to you long ago. You're so cute. Remove hams from hats. Shh. These are for emergency only. Thec. Kick ass and chew bubblegum. Okay, but you can't find any ass, so you just do the other thing. Find a guy to heck. Where is everyone? Maybe if you just stand here and spin with your knife out, a green guy will run onto it for you. Green guys, die! Paint yourself green to disguise as green guy. You have a better ID. Spades, be the badass.
Let's look at what's his name. What's his name? Realize your name is Rub's Juice. Of course, how could you have forgotten your good old name, Rub's Juice? It is your favorite name. CD. Interrogate dose. What is the 1,000,003rd digit of pi, you say interrogatively? He doesn't respond. How very rude. Rub's Juice, rough him up. You rubs his leg violently with your felony crook. Rub's Juice, interrogate the man, but remember to nice. Fine, you ask something more easier. What is your favorite finger? Toes do dozy thing. Das is slow. Rub's Juice, punch Dose in face. He refused to cooperate, very bad. The answer was your pinky. You really like your pinky. Rub's Juice, talk to your friends. But date Thec. You say Thec, you try to interrogate Juice, but he won't answer your questions. You say then just take him out. You say, you mean like take him out on a date? He said yes, maybe you can get answers out of him that way, and also don't call him now, he's busy killing a green. Bye. Rubs Juice, have a romance. Hey, Dost, you say shyly. You want to go out onto a date, tee-hee. Very slow, he say, okay, maybe. But first you have got to impress him with a jig. Except he talks it with capital letters and whatnot. He says he is not satisfied with your jig and he don't want a date. And you say, what? Your heart is broke. Rubs Juice, repeal innermost feels. You are now
Angry Rubs Juice. Ball drop. Spades become green to be a master of disguise. You're almost positive you heard someone over. Oh fuck, okay, wow, that is messed up, even for Thec. Thec asks you if you could do him a favor. He winks at you and gestures to Itchy's corpse. You tell him that you have no idea what he's implying and you don't want to know. The better question is why he thinks it will help him with anything except getting filled with bullets. Oh. Die.
Itchy's late, and Itchy is never late. You wonder if they already got to him. You don't know if you should be surprised. Sure, Itchy's an idiot, but how competent can this dumbed-down version of the Midnight crew really be? If he doesn't show up real soon, you're out. You've got to make sure that none of your mischievous green accomplices decide to snoop around in your private quarters while you're away. You're getting anxious just thinking about it. Oh lord, you even left your chickens in plain sight. If anyone messed with them, you think you'd just die. Ah, look who finally showed up. He almost had you worried there, and you're not one to worry easily. Itchy? You ask Itchy what happened to him. In a strange voice, he tells you that he's sick fine. He just sick. Fell down a sick stairs, so let's sick play the cards. Sick game already. Sick. You suspect that his injuries have resulted in some sort of brain trauma, but you say nothing and begin to deal. Hell, you never cared much for the guy, and this could give you the advantage you need to finally win a game against him. Die! Frantically use your doll to get the fuck away from this insanity. Itchy always cheats, and it seems that he isn't even trying to be subtle about it anymore, but he's always cheated for the last time. You're gonna jump to a timeline where he's dead. It isn't working. Your doll isn't working. Why isn't it working? Your doll is so very important to you. If it's broken, you don't know what you'll do. Wait a minute.
Spade Thec, please hook up those green guys. Spade Thec, checklist of green guys. Who? Diamond Drugs. Diamond Drugs, that's you. Diamond Drugs, do celebratory jig on switches. No, you're too cool for jig. Diamond Drugs, hick up the F&Gs. Idiot, you're here to hick green guy, not white. Diamond Drugs, draw a smile face on the doll. Okay, but you don't have any crayons, so you just use bullets instead. Diamond Drugs, look at that flashy overcoat. Wow, Lord Spanish's coat is so fashionable. You feel pretty. Diamond Drugs, where is Track and Finny? They're probably in past and future like always. Maybe if you go time backwards and time forward, you will find them? Then, follow Trace's future trail. You follow Trace's path to this room, but his faint presence is getting obscured by the imminent crowd. You do know that Stitch is about to get offed back there, and that idiot Drook seems to be the culprit. He also seems to have taken an interest in Lord English's Cairo overcoat. Who knows what kind of temporal damage one of these morons could do with that thing. You'd better make sure to take him out first. Diamond Drugs, just shoot him already. Trace, follow Finn's past trail. Shit.
Done, but we already knew that, so who cares?
What's the fat one called? Hedgeman Brutus. Oh yeah! Hedgeman Brutus, dream of your OTP. Sigh. Jack Ken was your favorite OTP, but it got synced. Hedgeman Brutus, punch safe to open. Your top secret plan unexpectedly fails. Hedgeman Brutus, unlock the safe! Secret safe, what are you hide? You hope there's stuff that's good inside! Hedgeman Brutus, realize you and Kansas fat! Oh, you're fat. What? Just leave me alone, you say? Hedgeman Brutus, do trouble shuffle. You're so embarrassed and ashamed! Hedgeman Brutus is not fat, he's curvy! Hey, yeah, you're right! Anyone would be lucky to fix this hot body! Gee, all the shoveling made you hungry though. Hungry for some egg and biscuits. Hedgeman Brutus, attempt to eat all of eggs. A very success. Can't break through wall like cool and new 8-man going, oh yeah. For some reason, can't forgot to say it, so you say it for him. Oh yeah. And also there's Clover too. And your friends are here. Except, where's Slack? Spadade Slack, loot some shit. Already done. You went and taked all of Dai's chicken while he was distracted being dead. Still, he don't even notice.
Chickens being eaten by them bad mans.
You think Chicky has only tasted bad because, until now, you have not eaten it alive. The alive chicken was not a miscalculation.
Quit horsing around.
Shut the fuck up. Kiss those clocks. Shut up, you aren't clonk gay, okay? Spinade Slack, heck up all clonk. Clonks hecked. 3 out of 1,000. Spinade Slack, starting a legal under the ground horses racing track. You already did that, but the green guys destructed it. Just thinking about it makes you so angry. Makes you want to do a hacking. Skip to the part with white man. I want some world building. Idiot boy, that is not an actual man. It is only doll. A fake man. You know that because you're badass. Spade Slick, take doll. You're going a timeline where they're alive again so you can hick them even more times. Spade Slick, remove out all pins. Slick, be right there. Stop.
Midight crowd, attack bitchy.
Green guy.
This is why a code against impersonation are important.
Yuck. The fuck is this? No denying it any longer, you are officially creeped the fuck out. The Slick you knew may have been a stab-happy asshole, but at least he had some goddamn standards. Standards like not wearing the viscerated corpses of his victims. Crowbar, ponder why your life ended up in such a stupid situation. You're sick of inhabiting this ridiculous mess of a paradox space. You've asked the doc what the deal is, but of course it's never easy to get direct answers out of that smartass. But he did make it sound like there's no way out of this place, much to your dismay. Wait, you'd better get his exact words right. You've learned the hard way how essential verbatim recollection is when it comes to the doc. You asked him how much longer it would be until you'd be getting back to the old reality. The one that isn't complete shit, you mean. And he responded that that reality does not exist. But, of course, that could mean 20 different things, and he knows it. Was it destroyed? Does it not exist yet? Does it not exist in this timeline? Is it actually just a figment of your imagination? Hell if you know. You suppose it's not your place to question the higher-ups. If English needs you to defend a shitty Manson from a shitty midnight crew, then that's what you're gonna do. Besides, at least the felt hasn't changed. Well, except for Snowman.
Forward arrow. Punishment time. Very naughty.
Spinade Slick, say a bad word. Dang! Your 8 daddy catch you being naughty again. Is this N for Slick? Okay, this is too hard. You're going to a timeline where everyone already did get hacked. Except for Daddy Snowman, because blowing up whole universe would be very naughty. Spinade Slick, stick in all the pens. Spades show up. Spade Thec, look around. Seriously? Your eyes got stabbed. If you haven't noticed, seriously, dude. Spade Thec, stop smoking. It's bad for you. You don't care you're badass and badasses love to drugs. You keep fooling around, hey, this feels like Brutus's fat head. Thec, fix your eyes. Sorry, man, you just need to borrow those eyes for a while. Thanks, Tubby. Thec, find a crowbar. Uh-oh, Cans is coming to give you the punch. But you just remember, you still need to eat dessert. Hedgeman Brutus, consume! Oh yummy! Hedgeman Brutus bites the dust. Angry Rub's juice. Do a character switch. Let's look at Angry Rub's juice. Plus Clover and D-drugs now.
Clover, do a silly jig.
Hey, that's a jig. Black one. Do thing. T.
Clover, flirt your way out of this.
Angry Rub's juice.
Kiss and make up. Holy shit!
Bang, 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 boom, bam, bam, bang, bang, bang. Diamond drugs. Do something more casualty. Sorry, you two cutie pies, but Mr. Green Guy has to get hecked.
Clover, remain calm. This is incredibly silly. There's no chance that gun will hurt you. None at all. You're simply too lucky. There's only one weapon that can nullify your luck, and it is nowhere to be found. Clover, solve the ultimate riddle of why everything is so shitty. Oh, you figured that out already. In fact, you will now proceed to muse over the answer to this mystery in great detail.
Spade Thec, break the law. Rub's juice, kick his head. You whack my boyfriend. Prepare to die, you say. Spade, skip to a yucking. Traitor, green guys are for heckin', not smooshin'.
Really, dude? Stop knocking the characters out in my comic! Who even knows where he'll end up now? Sorry for me. Oh, talking out of character, guys. Let's get back to story.
Spade Thec, hunt for the green guys. Pretty fat, quite fat, chubbo, larger than charge, tiny whitey, ideal booty. There he is, Cat. Wow, he is even more fattier than HB and Sawbunk. Hey, that gives you an idea. Spade Thec, be very naughty. Spade Thec, reveal you master plan. When you McKay him get tripped, he's so fat he can't get back up. You learned this cool trick of doing it to HB all of the time. Spade Thec, kill off this green guy already. Spade Thec, finish the off. Can't meet your untimely death. Thec, new shenanigans. You tell Clover, open that safe, so that you may hack up the Lord Spanish and steal all his monies. Slack, darn this noise! Just open the clonk vault already! Slack, do the beating up! Thanks, also die! Slack, finish hacking clocks already! Clonks hacked all. Slack, find a crowbar. Spit-aid Slack, cross out the last green guys on your list thing. Spadade's dramatic using to spades quay. Snowman appear. Oh no, it looks like Daddy Snowman is angry!
Vrasky, show Spadade's who being his daddy. I'm scared of Daddy Vrasky. You made all greens got dead? Very bad boy. I mean Daddy Snowman. Snow Mom, hiccup Slack. Vrasky, don't be there anymore. Time out!
Darn, you hate Daddy. You're mean.
Barcode scanner. Existing maybe?
Spadade's descend. Fuck! You're falling down all these stairs! It keeps happening! Ow, you're tushy! Why didn't anyone warn you about the stairs? Slick, make discovery! WTF?
Intermission? End already. Not that much years in the future again. Except by not that much, I still mean a whole lot of years. It's just a figure of speech. And not really in the future, though, because I was Troll Universe. Spoiler alert! This the Earth, so it's not the future for what was just happening a couple of pages ago, but it is the future for the Earth in the past. Do I really have to explain this again, you dumb skull dog? Whatever! A peregrine mammakant walks around and, oh, yuck! That was pretty cool is what I think.